Hi, my name is Lisa Jane Fisher and I'm an archaeologist and associate tutor at the University of Sussex. I became interested in archaeology when I did my first degree in photography and set myself a small aerial photography project photographing prehistoric monuments from the air of the Sussex landscape. I was fascinated by the fact that these earthworks were still visible in the ground after thousands of years, and excited by the glimpses it gives us of our ancient forefathers and a simpler and much more radically different way of life. Later I embarked on my MA in field archaeology and finished the work that I started 20 years ago. Fusing my creative side with a more scientific approach has enabled me to interpret sites. I'm used to looking and decoding signs, shapes and symbols, and it helps me enormously in archaeology. Recently I've been engaged in ceramic thin sectioning, and I'm always amazed that the results can give us indications of changes in technology and procurement of natural resources. These two clays both come from Sussex, but they have completely different inclusions. And by looking in thin section down a microscope at these inclusions, we can tell something as small and tiny as a grain of sand can tell us where these different sources have come from. Part of my research lately has involved digging up clay sources, getting very mucky with it, and then firing the clay to produce a thin section such as this. By separating the inclusions, I can then tell where the clay sources has come from and then directly relate that back to the archaeology itself by thin sectioning the ceramics, and bingo, we have a match. At the moment I've been directing my own dig near a Bronze Age settlement in Brighton. We're looking at the corner of a field and amazingly we have found plough ard marks in the bottom of the trench, which is incredibly exciting. The pottery and flint tools that we've found on this site span a long period, from at least the Middle Bronze Age to the later Bronze Age. And it's extremely satisfying that in one tiny shard of pottery such as this, we can tell domestic activities, food preparation, storage, things like that. And we can also look at another piece and look at those tiny, tiny granules in there and know that that came from the later Bronze Age. And it's really exciting that we can tell such things from such small pieces of archaeology. It is this dramatic shift in social organisation which really interests me. This had started in the Neolithic, but continued in terms of farming on a widespread scale. And it's this glimpse into the world of our ancestors that really interests me. After all, archaeology is about people, and this is what we should be learning about, and I want to know more.